Hello. Okay, so I've just spent the last 2 days on a 2-day shoot, and I've been, well, actually I can't tell you where I've been because this project doesn't come out until the end of the month and the client does not want me talking about it at all. But here I am in a hotel room and I decided to make a video that people have been asking for a while. A few people have asked me for this video, and the video is how do I post-process the footage from the Insta360 One X to get really good shots, and by that I mean to use it to its actual proper capabilities. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but before I do, I kind of want to show you just how makeshift the setup is. I have my Aperture AL-MW light with me and I stuck it up here. Let me show you. This is a box of tissues. This is two rolls of toilet roll. This is 3 sheets of toilet roll which have been duct taped to the cardboard box of some complimentary oatmeal cookies, and it's also in there sitting on top of a lens. So yeah, toilet roll, lens, light. So that is my setup, and it's actually giving me quite a nice diffused light. Anyway, right, okay, back to the point. What do I do to get the footage off this? Right, first of all, to get the best quality footage off this, you have to process it on the computer. But here's the thing, do you need the best quality footage? Or do you need the most interesting footage fast? Because the fact is, if your workflow is incredibly cumbersome and incredibly slow, chances are you're never actually going to do it half the time. So, in my opinion, faster and slightly lower quality, but more interesting, beats high quality, but it never gets done, or it's not as interesting. So, what do I do with this then? So I don't post-process on my computer, never. I post-process on my phone or on my iPad. So what I do is I basically, well actually, one little tiny tip is I never take this camera out of the neoprene case when I'm not filming, and the reason for that is the lenses in this, both sides, they're going to get scratched really easy, so I always keep it in the case unless I'm filming. What I do is I find the clip that I want in the Insta360 One app and I transfer it to my phone, okay? Then I open it up. Let me just find it here. Okay, I found it. Okay, so this shot is, maybe I'll show you the final, yeah, I'll show you the final result first, and then I'll show you how I got it. This is a shot from my recent trip to the Mourns, and at one point there were a few of us had to jump across a river. We had to jump from one little bit of the river onto a little island, and then from the island to another island. I thought that'd be a great opportunity to get my 3-meter long massive selfie stick out and create this really cool, almost a drone-like shot, but not quite, where I was able to whip the stick around and do kind of cool stuff. So I'll show you the shot. Pretty cool shot, so I'll show you what I did to get that result, because it wasn't just a matter of setting it up and running. Because it wasn't just a matter it wasn't just a matter of setting it up and letting it run. So find the clip, copied it to my phone, and then what I do for every single clip is I just watch it back. So I just hit play. Oh, and on the bottom left, there's an aspect ratio button. So you hit that to get to the aspect ratio you actually want, which for me is 16:9. And there's a 16:9 normal option, 16:9 wide. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, but I normally pick 16:9 wide. So I'll put it to that, and I'll just let the video play. I'll let it play, and while it plays, I will swipe around and just have a look and see what's going on. watch through the entire clip. It's 45 seconds, so I'll see, okay, that's quite cool. Joe jumps across there. Then what happens? There's Connor jumping. Okay, Connor jumps. And then, oh look, there's Shane in the background, jumps across, and he runs, and he jumps. And that's pretty much the shot. So once I've watched the shot, I will watch it again. I will, and then I'll think in my head, how do I want to frame the shot? What do I want to focus on? Because I've got 360 degrees to work with, so I need to pick my angles. I need to decide where I'm actually going to focus. Once I've watched it back a few times, I will then have an idea of what I want to do. So I will go back to the end, and then what I use in the app is I use viewfinder, because viewfinder lets me completely manually, with the gyroscope on the phone, reframe the shot on the fly, and when I press and hold the button, lets me change the focal length in and out. I can go right out to like a tiny planet effect, or right in to just a normal linear shot. And then what I'll do is I will hold the button. That lets me zoom in and out. And then I will watch the entire clip back. So I want to sort of focus on myself, and then I'm going to zoom out and tilt down to show the water. Oh, there I go across. I'm going to spin around because I want to show where I'm going to. And then as I jump, I come down, I zoom in a bit, sweep round. And as that sweeps, I tilt up from the top to see Joe going around, spin around. There's Connor. I want to zoom in to get Connor. And as he comes along, I'm going to tilt down and zoom out slightly, and then zoom in. Got him. There's Shane in the background. Zoom in to catch Shane jumping that first bit, and then zoom out again, spin around to show him getting the other side, and then tilt up to reveal where we are. And that's how I frame that shot. And I might have to do that several times to get the exact framing, because depending on what's happening in the scene will change what you want to focus on. Now, the other thing you can do at this point is you can add those speeded up sections. You can do that afterwards, and for this shot I would do that. If it was like one long continuous shot where someone's walking in a straight line, I might speed it up in the app and add that motion blur. But in general, the main thing that I do that I think makes my shots that I'm getting out of the Insta360 so dramatic is that I both reframe, so I change where I'm looking, and I change the perspective at the same time. So once that's done, I'll then hit the little tick at the top. Then I will go to export, save to album, tick, and let the file export. Once that exports, I will then airdrop it to my computer.
That's quite big. It's not. Nice.
Okay, it's a week later. Something went wrong last week and I couldn't get my screen capture software to work, so I just said, stuff this, and I recorded a different ending where I don't actually show you how I edit it. And I thought that's not fair, so I actually want to show you what I do in post to just get that little bit more out of those 360 shots. So here we are in Premiere Pro, and I'm going to show you just two things really quickly. The first one is how I use speed ramping to add a bit more of a dramatic effect to the footage, and then I'm just going to drop a color grade on it and a piece of music. So really quickly, I'll just show you how to do speed ramping. Speed ramping is when you really quickly transition between two different frame rates. So you get this like zoom sort of effect. That's what it sounds like in my head when you do speed ramp. There's like a zoom kind of zoomy thing. Anyway, I'll show you. To get into speed ramping in Premiere Pro, you need to right click on your clip, go to show clip keyframes, and then go to time remapping and speed. I've already done it here. And then what you do is hold down command, and then all I have to do is where I want to shift the time, I hold control and I add a point. So I'm going to scrub along here, because what I want to do with this clip is I want to have it run at normal frame rate or slower every time someone's jumping, but in between I want to speed it up. So I'm going to scrub across. Okay, so there's the jump. So I'm going to add a little point at the very start, and then I'm going to speed that up. So I just grab that line and pull it up the way. You can see the way there's that little raised area, that's where it's much faster. Let me just play that back. So you can see that's really quick, and then it goes into the normal frame rate. Now you can, if you zoom in, you've got this little double handle ding-along here, and if you grab those and open them up, you can change the rate at which it transitions from one frame rate into the other. For this though, I'm just going to keep it so it's like a hard rate change. I think that has a bit more of an impact. It's not always the best thing to use, but I'm going to use it here. So let's just go through this quickly. So I've made the jump's made, very good. Going to add another point. And then I'm going to go forward to where the next jump happens, and it happens there. Just as I'm starting to take off, I'm going to add another point, and I'm just going to drag that bit all the way up to 1000%, because why not? And then just go through and do that for the rest of them. I'll add one last one in where the shot pans just tilts up to reveal the mountains. Then I'm going to drop on a little bit of music that I think goes with it, just roughly. Put that on. And then the other thing, quick bit of a color grade. I'm not going to show you how to do a color grade because anybody can do that. Just drop something on it that works. There we go. There's my color grade before, after. That's just a bit. That's just an orange and teal LUT that I've tweaked around a bit. I'll maybe do a video on LUT sometime. Drop the color grade on, and then render it out. That's pretty much it. So really the most important thing is what you do between the camera and the computer. Shoot your clips, transfer them to the phone, watch them through several times. It's 360 degrees, there's a lot to look at, see what's interesting, see what you think will work, then reframe them individually, export them, and then you're ready to edit. So hopefully you find that useful. You can try it in your videos. You can let me know if you find that useful. And if you like this video, please leave a little comment below, subscribe, hit a like, and I will catch you on the next one, which is next week, which might actually be that review of the light that I keep talking about, but I've never actually done. I'm going to go and lie down now because I am very, oh, haven't seen her in 2 days. Hello.
Like when I could see you, maybe it was not.
I called you on the WhatsApp video call.
How do you do that?
You push the video call button. Doop.
I think I might got a voice call button.
Yeah, I'll push the button on my end, and then it'll tell you what to do. It should just be a single button. Ah, here she is.
Hello.
You're now in my YouTube video. I was in the middle of recording. I don't know what that angle really distorts your face. You look like a marshmallow. Oh, that's better. I didn't bring any toothpaste, so I've just been using soap.
This man's